Now, as a journalist, every now and then a message slides in my inbox that makes the hairs on your arm stand up like an antenna picking up a frequency from the Twilight Zone. Now, a few days ago, an anonymous tip landed on my desk. It was a memory, heavy, dark, and desperate to be unburdened. The sender wanted to tell me about a Saturday afternoon, and that specific date of that Saturday afternoon was October 15, 2011. Just 11 days after baby Lisa Irwin vanished from her Kansas City home, sending shockwaves through the entire heartland. Now, I am simply putting this out as his statement, hoping that it could spark a memory and bring forth information to bring some kind of closure to this case. And this is his story. Our source was at the secluded roadside park near the river with his wife and kids taking family photos against the backdrop of autumn's changing colors. Right here where I'm standing, the kind of crisp Midwestern day that feels entirely safe until it isn't. He first noticed the car, a gray Ford Taurus station wagon circling the perimeter like a vulture figuring out how to land. 5 times it passed. 6 times it passed. Like a mechanical shark in the shallows, just swimming around watching its prey. When it finally parked, the source's paternal instincts didn't just whisper, they shouted, and he gathered his children close to him. Out stepped a couple. They weren't criminal masterminds. They were worn down, smelling heavily of stale liquor. Now, the man, our source's notes, carried the kind of bulbous crimson nose that would make Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer look pale. A walking neon sign of chronic alcoholism. They both stank like alcohol. And they were heavy set. And they claimed to live just over the hill. But the license plates on the car whispered a different story. The license plates said they were from Kentucky. Now, while the wives exchanged hollow pleasantries by a massive oak tree, the source and his young son drifted down towards the water to watch the barges. That's when the older man detached himself from the car and he began to close the distance and walk up on them. What happened next steers right off the map of normal human interaction and into something profoundly macabre. Now, the stranger approached the father and son. As he walks up, he doesn't offer a greeting. Instead, he brandished a homemade paper doll. But the face pasted on the cardboard wasn't a drawing. It was a photograph. The unmistakable face of baby Lisa. He had cut out baby Lisa's face and glued it onto the doll, and he was carrying this doll around. The stranger finally spoke in a casual, detached monotone. He murmured about baby Lisa's birthday coming up, and he said that they couldn't celebrate with her because they'd had to send her to California. And then came the hook. It was sharp and sickening. He said this. He said, "She's lonely out there and she needs someone to play with." Now, our source says he froze his face into a mask of pure indifference. The ultimate poker face in the presence of a potential monster. And he simply walked away. Now, looking back over his shoulder, he watched the bizarre stranger lay the paper doll onto a weathered wooden picnic table, and he meticulously took photos of it like a grim trophy presentation. And he was over there talking to the doll and taking pictures of it and calling it baby Lisa. The family finally bolted for their car, peeling out just as the gray station wagon began to shadow them once again. As they were pulling out, they were coming back, but they escaped. But for our anonymous tipster, the horror wasn't just about what did happen. It was the phantom echo of what could have been. You see, trauma has a way of wearing a groove in the mind. When this man was just 5 years old playing with the bouncy ball, a stranger in a circling car had done the exact same thing to him. He stalked him. He vanished behind a tree, and then he tried to jump out and snatch him away. But our source says he escaped that day too. Screaming for his grandmother while his mother stood frozen in disbelief. 2 identical predators decades apart using the exact same circling choreography. Is this the definitive break in the baby Lisa cold case? Or is it the tragic intersection of a family's near miss and a couple of deeply unhinged drifters playing a sick, alcohol-fueled game? The police were never called that day in 2011, and he said that he froze because of his own childhood trauma. And in the moment, he kind of just went blank. Now, the station wagon dissolved into the highway traffic, but the source still has the family photos from that afternoon. October 15th, 2011, a timestamp of survival framed by the autumn leaves and the shadow of a gray station wagon that almost took everything. Now, is this a groundbreaking lead? Or just a sick game played by incredibly sick people? Was it somebody who was mentally ill and obsessed with the baby Lisa case and just drunk? Who really knows? Were the old man and the woman involved? Or did they know something? Or maybe it was just a sick joke after all. I don't know, but what I do know is that the encounter happened, but we may never know the true intentions behind the man and woman. We will continue to ask questions and search for baby Lisa. But let me know in the comments what you think about this whole scenario. Do you think this couple could have had something to do with it? Do you think that they was just obsessed with the case and out there just acting crazy and mentally ill? Do you think that they were the ones that did it? Let me know. This your boy Mack Malone, the KC Journalist, signing out. Peace.
Let's go. Mack Malone, he's your KC Journalist. Mack Malone, he's your KC Journalist. Mack Malone, he's your KC Journalist. And I will get the best from that KC Journalist.